And we welcome you to the Walt Price Student Fitness Center on the campus of Everett Community College. It's the 2018 NWAC Men's Basketball Championship. And today, the North Idaho Cardinals take on the Peninsula Pirates. Hello, everybody. Tom Lafferty along with men's coach here at Everett Community College, Mike Troutman. We'll get to him in a moment. We're going to go to Steve Willits down on the floor. He's working with us as well. And, Steve, I think you're going to try to catch up with a couple of coaches down there. That's the plan. We're running a little low on time here, but hopefully in the next few minutes we'll catch up with both head coaches, Corey Simons and Mitch Freeman. So we will be going down to the coaches down there. And, Coach Mike Troutman, you come into a game, you come into a playoff game, and all the coaches I've ever talked to said, you know what, by now, the hay's in the barn. Yep, and Mitch and I just talked about that in the hallway. He said his guys were really loose, and he said at this point it's not much I could do. And I said exactly what you said. I said the hay's in the barn, and you guys are going to come out and you're going to play well today, and I wish them luck. Tell me about these two teams. Tell me about Peninsula and North Idaho. Well, you know, Peninsula really tries to control the pace of the game, and I think that's going to be a really huge key for them today. If they can get this game in the 60s, I think it's going to be close. They'll have a really good shot. North Idaho does not mind playing slow, but they also are really good playing fast. So I think Peninsula has to keep them slow. Let's go down to the floor. Steve Willits has got the coach. All right, we are with Coach Mitch Freeman right now from the Peninsula Pirates. Coach, 10-2 in your last 12 games since January 27th. What's been the biggest difference in this team from the first half of the season to where you are today and how you were able to get here?
Well, I think we've been able to buy in defensively, whether it's a zone. I think we've bought into each other, trust one another, and that sometimes takes time to have that happen. You know, the guys are new and junior college. Most of our guys are first-year guys, so it takes a little bit of time to get that thing going.
6 players in double figures last night. You've got 5 guys averaging double figures on the year. Talk about the balance of this team and what that's meant.
Well, it starts with our leaders, and Trent Warren, who's our 4-man, 6'5" 4-man, and then Colby Jackson, our point guard. Those guys, they find each other. They find ways to connect with the guys on the court, and they're what make it go. And so hopefully we can keep that going tonight.
Port Angeles is a long ways from Coeur d'Alene. You haven't had a chance to play this team yet this year. Give me a little scouting report on what you're expecting from the Cardinals.
Well, you're athletic, aggressive. They got one of the dynamic scorers in Raekwon. They got some size. It's gonna be a big challenge for us, but that's why we got to play the game in 40 minutes. So,
best of luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
There you go. Thank you, Steve Willits, head coach Mitch Freeman, and Mike Troutman. Kind of a homecoming for Mitch Freeman. Yes, I've known Mitch since he was a senior in high school. When I played basketball here at Everett Community College, I would referee the fall league that he played in as a kid. And I've known him since then, and he's been a Division I assistant coach, and I kind of knew him then when he would be recruited in the NWAC, and now I get a chance to coach against him. We go on recruiting trips together. We are friends outside of this, and that's why I wished him a lot of luck today. And so you're kind of rooting maybe a little bit? Yeah, plus the fact that North Idaho bounced out of the tournament. So, yeah, you bet I'm rooting for Mitch, absolutely. Well, let's talk about that game. You brought it up. I wasn't going to bring it up, but North Idaho 112, Everett 110, double overtime last Sunday. Unbelievable game. If you were here in the building, it just was – everybody that was here just – loved it and couldn't believe the high quality of game it was and how good of a game it was, and it was fun to be a part of looking back on it. And I know Steve Willits is about to talk to the head coach down there, Corey Simons, and Steve was doing play-by-play on that game. And Steve, you said that was a great game, that double overtime game. One of the best games I've ever seen right here in this gym 7 days ago. Coach, have you caught your breath yet from the double overtime game against Everett? Yeah, we're still trying to work on that. You know, that was a pretty amazing game. 18 years of doing this, that's the craziest game I've ever been a part of, so we are still trying to catch our breath a little bit. I can imagine. Hey, you ended the season on a little bit of a rough note. You lost 3 of your last 5 games to close out the regular season. What's been the biggest difference since that time? How did you get these guys regrouped and ready to go to get to the championship? You know, the nice thing is, we had that that game of the season. It was kind of a must-win for us to play, and kind of had our backs up against the wall, tournament-type game, and the guys really responded. So we've just tried to build off of that and play for each other and play for the program. Talk about Raekwon Evans for a minute. We know he had a big season, but he seems to have kind of elevated his game over the last week or so. All 40 minutes last night, you needed him ever so much. Talk about his play and what it's meant to getting you guys here. Yeah, he's a pretty special player. He's a great kid, unbelievable kid, a special player. He can do everything, score at all levels. He can shoot it, get to the rim. He's a leader. He actually doesn't like to score. He likes to facilitate, but we've kind of needed him to score. So he's been really big for us all year, but even bigger this tournament.
Just saw Coach Freeman come over here and shake your hand. It looks like you guys have known each other from. You guys have a past in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
What's it mean to be playing him in the championship, and what do you expect from Peninsula?
No, Mitch does a great job. Does a great job with this program. We've known him for quite a while when he was a Division I coach. So we're excited to see him. He's got a great program. We're excited for a dogfight.
Best of luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Steve. With Corey Simmons, tell me about Coach Simmons.
Well, Corey's been in this business for a long time. You know, in North Idaho, just a few years ago, they were National JUCO, which is a little bit higher level than us. They can offer full ride scholarships, tuition, a room, board, all that kind of stuff. And so,
in the Northwest Athletic Conference, right here on STSPN.com.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you.
Red Lion Hotels, Washington State National Guard, Bottom Sports, Under Armour, Snohomish County Sports Commission, and our host, Everett Community College. The three core principles of the NWAC are character, competition, and community. The NWAC encourages you as a fan to enjoy the competition, cheer the athletes, and respect those involved. Good sportsmanship is at the core of competition. And the NWAC.
Do you guys need anything from me down here right now, or are you good?
I think we're good.
I'm going to come up for a minute then.
Okay.
Student athletes, officials, and other fans.
And we welcome you back to Everett Community College, North Idaho Cardinals, and the Peninsula Pirates. They've got the lights down, and we're getting set for the presentation of the colors here at the Walt Price Student Fitness Center. We'll have the national anthem and the introduction of the starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nicole Estridge for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag, it was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And we are getting set for the introduction of the lineups, the Peninsula Pirates and the North Idaho Cardinals, set to be introduced here as they're both teams lined up. Let's just run down the rosters here for North Idaho. Raekwon Evans out of Skyview High School, Brody Lundblad from Coeur d'Alene, Mylan Lester from East Catholic in Hartford, Connecticut, Ashanti Potts Woods from Curtis High School down in the Tacoma area, Eastside Catholic's Ian McLaughlin, Kyrie McRaven from Moanala High School in Honolulu, Hawaii, Jalen Burkett, Red Mountain High School, Mesa, Arizona, Jared Green from Blackfoot, Idaho, from Vancouver, BC, Jacob Cowley, Tyler Brimhall from Logan, Utah, Seth Christians from Broadview High School in Utah, and Keegan Crosby, Nathan Hale High School in Seattle, Charles Williams from Cypress Lakes High School in Houston. That's the North Idaho Cardinals. For the Peninsula Pirates, Cameron Burton from Valley High School in Las Vegas, Colby Jackson from Clark High School in Las Vegas, Kalen Crane from Desert Oasis High School in Las Vegas. There must be a train running from Port Angeles to Las Vegas. From Viewmont High School in Salt Lake City, Cole Huish, Elisha Shepard from Kentwood, Zach Day from Las Vegas as well, Trent Warren from Melbourne, Australia, Luke Angevine from Port Angeles, James Buckley from South Kitsap High School, Marky Adams from Forks High School. And so it is interesting, Mike Troutman, when you see some schools kind of have a pipeline from certain cities, and one guy goes there, and then suddenly it's two, and suddenly you have four guys from Las Vegas playing over Peninsula.
Absolutely. These days, kids recruit other kids, and that's something that's important to all of our programs. When you do a good job, and these kids want to get other kids here. But it's amazing when you look at the Peninsula's lineup and look at all the people that you get to meet from all over the world. Forks, Washington, to Melbourne, Australia, to Las Vegas, Nevada, to Salt Lake City, Utah. What a combination, huh?
So they are about to introduce both lineups down on the floor. It's 40 minutes now between North Idaho and Peninsula. Somebody's going to win an NWAC championship. It's 429 miles between Coeur d'Alene and Port Angeles. So the starters look like this for North Idaho Cardinals, the number 3 team out of the East. They'll be wearing crimson today at 24-8. Corey Simmons, their head coach. Raekwon Evans, as we mentioned, Skyview High School, Billings, Montana, a 6'4 freshman, 20.7 points per ball game, 29 points yesterday. And Coach, you saw him and probably too much of him a week ago.
Yeah, for sure. He is such a good player. You know, he was signed at a 4-year school, and then all of a sudden he shows up at North Idaho over the summer, and boy, we knew who he was, and we said, oh boy, he's good. That's going to be a tough player for us in this league.
And talk about some of the athletes. We'll run down the starters as we go here. Some of the athletes that do play, as you mentioned, he signed for a 4-year school, and then sometimes just life gets in the way.
Yep, absolutely. Who knows why? I mean, there's lots of reasons why. It could be grades, it could be a girlfriend, it could be a family situation. You don't know. Things happen, and things happen over the summer quickly.
And that's where the community college really steps in. We were talking yesterday. Sometimes also, you didn't do very well in high school, and you kind of needed a couple of years to kind of get your life straightened out, and then like suddenly you may be 21, 22 years old. Hey, you know what? I can still play.
Absolutely, and we have a player like that, Connor Moffitt, who was one of our best players, and he's 23 years old, and it took him a couple years to figure things out, you know, and he thanked me over and over again for the experience that he got here, and he's happy to have a second chance, and that's things that make difference in people's lives.
And they're doing the presentation of the game basketball for today's game. So let's keep going with the North Idaho Cardinals starting lineup. Jalen Burkett from Red Mountain High School in Mesa, Arizona, 6'6 sophomore, 10.5 points per ball game. Jared Green from Blackfoot High School, Blackfoot, Idaho, 6'9 freshman at 6.3 points per ball game. Tyler Brimhall, a 6'5 sophomore, at 2.1 points per game out of Logan High School, Logan, Utah. And from Cypress Lakes High School, Charles Williams, 6'3 sophomore at about 6.5 points per ball game. For the Peninsula Pirates, Cameron Burton, as we mentioned, from Valley High School in Las Vegas, a sophomore, 6'2 at 11.3 points per ball game. Colby Jackson, Clark High School in Las Vegas, 5'10 sophomore, 16.8 points per game. Kalen Crane, Desert Oasis in Las Vegas, 6'6 sophomore, 11.6 points per ball game. Trent Warren, Box Hill High School, Melbourne, Australia, a 6'6 sophomore at 11.3 points. And Marky Adams, he's a big one, 6'10 freshman, Forks High School, 10.4 points per ball game. Every coach I ever have worked with, talked to, because I'll tell people, you know, the game has changed. You've got the 5s and the 4s and the 3s and everybody's shooting outside stuff. It's still really a simple game, right? Get it to the big guy.
That's right, absolutely. Both these teams have big guys, and so did Portland. So 3 out of the 4 teams to the left have really good big guys, and that's never going to change.
So here we go as the North Idaho Cardinals take on the Peninsula Pirates, and we are underway here at Everett Community College. The officials in the ball game are Jeff Flowers, Zach Perrine, and Ben Wolf. And underway we go, wearing the white. Peninsula moving to our left. Peninsula North number 2 team at 23-10. Dribble drive in, little runner up and good. And the first lead of the ball game goes for the Peninsula Pirates.
I was surprised to see North Idaho come out in man-to-man defense. I think we're going to see a lot of zone on them tonight at some point.
North Idaho moving to our right in the crimson uniforms. Raekwon Evans at the top. Now they swing it over the left-hand side for a 3-ball that settles and goes for Tyler Brimhall out of Logan, Utah, and he gives North Idaho the early lead here up by 1.
He hasn't shot the ball very well lately, but he can shoot it, so you gotta keep an eye on that.
Burton, right wing, as they'll work the perimeter here. The corner to Jackson. Jackson back over, wide open 3. Can you leave somebody that wide open? No, you can't. Trent Warren buries it.
Trent Warren's a classic big guy in this league, 4-man stretch forward, can really shoot the 3.
This, I think, has got all the feelings of a back and forth ball game.
I hope so.
Yeah. No big blowouts today. We'd like a nice close ball game. Here's a nice 3-ball in the corner. Barely riffled the net as burying that one down to the left corner is Tyler Brimhall. That gives North Idaho the 6-5 lead. Our third lead change here early on. Working it to Jackson. Almost lost the handle. That ball's going to be tipped out of bounds by Raekwon Evans.
Something North Idaho likes to do. They like to put Jalen, number 11, Burkett, on the other team's point guard. They did it to us all 2 times they played him, and he's their defensive specialist. And he's going to guard Colby tonight, looks like.
Adams way out top to get the inbounds pass. That's Burton. Give it to Jackson. Kind of looked at a 3. Instead goes over to Warren. Goes into the paint. Puts it up. No good. Adams, there's the big guy. Puts it up, but he misses it. Ooh, they're going to call a rebound off, or a foul off the rebound. Jalen Burkett got the rebound and then got fouled, and the first foul of the ball game is going to be on Trent Warren. The 6'6" sophomore picks up his first personal foul, first team foul.
That was the classic example of one little swipe is okay, but I coach my guys, you're 95 feet away from the basket, 2 swipes, 3 swipes is just too much.
So you'd say after a rebound,
one little swipe and you get out.
Yep. Yeah. So now the Cardinals with it. Burkett to the top of the key. Burkett gets it back. Tries to go in, can't do it. And it's going to be stolen away by Peninsula. Pirates on the move. North Idaho leading it 6-5. Peninsula with the basketball. In the white jerseys, moving to our left here. Kalen Crane, kind of a off-balance shot. That was a 2 attempt that would not go top of the key. And the rebound controlled by North Idaho. Cardinals out of backcourt. That's Evans to Burkett. Back out long. That's an NBA 3 that will not go. But back up. No, blocked there by Adams. Well, the shot there by Jared Green, blocked by Adams. Ball goes out of bounds, and North Idaho will keep it.
Mark does a great job of keeping his feet down there and getting the ball there on that block, and he's just such a big force inside, and that's really going to help them today against North Idaho's size.
Out of Forks High School. Didn't have to go very far to go to Peninsula. Little runner won't go for Burkett. And the rebound's going to be flagged down there by Jackson. Brings it out of backcourt. To Burton. Back out on top again. He's had the hot hand a little early, but Trent Warren misses that one. And cleared out by North Idaho in the crimson, moving to our right. Cross-court pass. High in the air, saving it from going out of bounds. Not this time. Oh, they're going to say last touch there by a Peninsula Pirate. So North Idaho will keep it with 18 on the shot clock.
Yeah, it looked like Peninsula got a little hand on it there and hit it out of bounds. Referee saw it. Good call.
Raekwon Evans. Looking. We're just going to work the perimeter here. Down to 7 to shoot. Evans gets it back. Went
went airborne, got it back, partially touched, puts up a 3, won't go, and the rebound grabbed down by Trent Warren.
A great job at Peninsula there, switching up defenses. Showed a little bit of zone there for the last 10 seconds of that shot clock.
Long outside 3, too long, no good by Jackson. Back up and in. There's the big guy. Follow up a miss. Get fouled on the way in, and one for Marky Adams. And the foul's going to be on Jared Green. His first personal, first team foul.
I think Coach Simmons has seen enough already of Marky doing some damage inside, so they're going to bring in their big 6'11" kid out of Montana there. Well, Utah, but really it's Montana.
Lavina, Utah is South Montana.
That is right. Tiny, tiny town.
Okay.
He played his freshman year at Montana State Northern, and then he came back to NIC to try to get a higher division, and that's NAIA school in northern Montana.
So the free throw good, and it's an 8-6 ball game. Peninsula with the lead by 2. We've got 4 lead changes in the ball game. Underneath, scramble for it. Looks like a rugby scrum. Now was somebody calling timeout, but they're going to say no. It's going to. I thought someone was going to call timeout, and I always wonder on that situation, who has control or who's going to call a timeout?
Right, and that's why the referee didn't give it to him. And even this early in the game, I don't even love wasting a timeout for that. It's just one possession. I think it's okay to just get the jump ball there.
Yeah, 3 minutes to go in the game and a 3-point ball game. Okay.
Yep, and you only get 4 timeouts now with all these media timeouts. You might need that into the game.
So North Idaho with the basketball, down by 2. Working at right side is Williams. Burkett lost his footing, but they're going to call the foul on Buckley.
Yeah, I think that was a slip.
Slip rather than a foul?
Yeah, I think so, but referee called a foul, so it's a foul.
I say it every time we do any kind of games anywhere. I've never missed a call here from from 3 stories above the court.
I don't miss them from the sideline either as a coach.
So the foul was whistled on Buckley, his first, second team on Peninsula. And North Idaho with the ball. Looking to tie it. Well, how about a lead? No, Williams misses.
That's really what you want to do against North Idaho. You want to make them shoot the outside. They don't have a high percentage from 3 as a team, and so that's a shot exactly what Peninsula was hoping for there.
Burton on the dribble, looking to penetrate this. Nope, it's going to be taken away from him by Raekwon Evans. Evans pumps it up and won't go. Who's got it? Last touch. Yeah, last touch there by Colby Jackson of Peninsula. It'll be North Idaho, or excuse me, it'll be, I thought, boy, it looked like Jackson touched it last, but actually he backed up and said, no, didn't do it.
He sold the referee. I think Potts might have hit it out last for North Idaho, and Colby did a great job of selling it to the ref, and the ref liked to make that call. He got into that one.
Jeff Flowers, Zach Perrine, Ben Wolf, the officials in this NWAC championship game. That's Warren. He'll get over to Jackson, who puts up a 3, won't go. Surrounded there by crimson shirts. Give the credit for the rebound to Ashante Potts-Woods. That'll be North Idaho basketball. 8-6, the score remains. Under 14 minutes to play. Under 14 and a half to play. And it is up and it is good for North Idaho, for Ian McLaughlin. And it's a lead back to North Idaho. Our 5th lead change in the ball game. Long outside shot, won't go. Missed by Shepard out of Kentwood. And the rebound by Raekwon Evans, North Idaho. McLaughlin goes in, puts it up with the left hand, won't go. And finally we'll have a whistle and we'll have a timeout on the floor with 14:04 to play here in the opening half of action. It's 8-8 the score. North Idaho and Peninsula here on STSPN.com.
More than a number. More than living paycheck to paycheck.
You're a multitasking life engineer full of experience. That's why you belong here, where you'll find more one-on-one attention from faculty, with programs that can lead to in-demand jobs, and the support you need to get where you want to go, all at an affordable price. Get started now. Edmonds Community College, edcc.edu.
We're at the Walt Price Student Fitness Center, the campus of Everett Community College. Tom Lafford along with Mike Troutman, men's coach here at Everett. You're lucky for the facility you get to coach in.
You know, not only that, but I get to recruit in, and that's the biggest thing. That's the most important thing of my job.
Right.
To recruit kids and then be good to them when they're here. That's the easy part. Yeah, this is unbelievable.
So back underway, an 8-8 tie. I believe I said 9-8, but part of the digit was cut off for what I could see. So an 8-8 tie between North Idaho and Peninsula. Tight ball game here. Well, losing the handle there was Buckley, but he got it back, but then it was taken away from him. Grabbed by Charles Williams. In the corner, Potts Woods partially deflected there and grabbed by James Buckley. Give the block to Shepard. And coming up is Jackson. Corner shot. Cole Huish, there won't go.
Well, I tell you, Peninsula's done a great job early in the game here, having quick hands. They've gotten a lot of steals from the big guys off of rebounds and that kind of thing, and that's important to do.
An 8-8 tie. Feed it down low. McLaughlin goes in, then fades away, goes up, and it won't go. Pretty tough defense there by Peninsula. And grabbed by the Pirates. They have the basketball. Tall tied up. Jackson to the baseline. Runner, no, air ball. Ashante Potts Woods with the ball, clears himself some space, knocks over a guy. I think it was like 2 half fouls there. He cleared space with this arm and then ran into the guy with this shoulder.
Oh boy.
And it will be Potts Woods picking up the foul. His first third-team foul on North Idaho.
Well, that wasn't a basketball move, so they're going to call a foul.
Right, right. I was going to say split the defenders. He kind of ran through the defender. Buckley. Another work at left corner. Huish with it. Back over to Shepard. Shot on the way, won't go. Missed by Cole Huish from Viewmont High School in Salt Lake City. And now controlled by North Idaho.
Peninsula's settling for too many jump shots right now from the perimeter. I like to see them get something inside here.
Here's Williams, goes inside, off the glass, and one. Williams found a little crease. The defense collapsed on him, and he'll get the and one coming up here.
Yeah, Big Mark was a little bit late there in his rotation. He got there just a hair late, and the referee called him for the block. Probably a good call.
It'll be Adams with the foul, his first personal third-team foul. And Charles Williams had 15 yesterday. And he completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. And it's 11-8 lead for North Idaho, their biggest lead of the game. Peninsula had as much as a 2-point lead, so a 5-point swing in this ball game with 4 lead changes. Jackson. The North Idaho people like the defense.
Pressuring him right now, having a hard time.
Burton, runner, banks it in.
There was that high percentage shot I was looking for there to get Peninsula back on the
board, and it's an 11-10 score. Williams in the corner. Now to McLaughlin. Potts Woods looking. He does split that defense that time, but he got rid of the basketball. 12 to shoot. Evans looks. Down to 7 now to shoot. Potts Woods will. Oh, tough luck shot. Went deep in the well, comes out, and the rebound by Shepard.
North Idaho made a good adjustment there, and they put Ian McLaughlin in the game at the high post. It's a great spot for him.
Wow. That's in rhythm. Cameron Burton got it, caught it, and shot it. And he put it in. It's a 13-11 lead for Peninsula, equaling their biggest lead of the ball game. That now is our 5th lead change in the game. Down low. McLaughlin trying to bully his way up there and got fouled. He goes to the deck. McLaughlin went down hard in yesterday's game and hit his head. I'm not sure he knew what zip code. Of course, he probably didn't know what zip code he was in anyway. But Everett, how do I 98201? I don't know. No, Charles Williams. The P announcer said Charles Williams, but I think it's going to be Ian McLaughlin. There you go. McLaughlin at the free throw line.
Boy, no dribbles or anything. Just gets up there, steps up, and hoists it up there, doesn't he?
I was going to say, well, that was strange looking. Catch it from the official and then just hoist it back up there. Missed the first one. Let's see what he does here.
Looks like a hot potato.
Ready, boom, got it. Oh, no, this time he'll step up. No bounce, though.
Yeah, that was a little better.
It was better because it went in.
That's true.
So it's a 1-point ball game. Peninsula leading 13-12. And Kalen Crane.
Looks like we're going to get some zone now here out of North Idaho. It's what they typically run, so I imagine we'll see a lot of this, see how well Peninsula responds.
Jackson now inside Crane, puts it up, front of the iron, no good. Quickly, Raekwon Evans, boy, he's fast. Goes down. How do you do that? Look at that athletic move. It wouldn't go, and they're going to call it a foul trying to grab the rebound. That's going to be on Sith Christians, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, out of Broadview High School in Lavina, Utah. We mentioned 6'11" sophomore, and he commits the foul, his first fourth team foul.
It's like Big Seth was over the back a little bit, pushed him with his belly, and kind of got a rebound there. And does it probably just because he's so big.
Yeah. Peninsula with the basketball and a 1-point lead. Crane gives it to Burton. Burton likes that spot. That time it won't go. Who gets it? It'll be grabbed by North Idaho.
Burton has the ability to get hot. He'll score in bunches. He did it all year long. He did it once against us, and he'll score.
Up fake there by Burkett.
Another hand.
Lost the handle on it. It's going to be grabbed by Burton. Quickly up the floor. Goes in. Swatted. Swatted by Brimhall. Ball went out of bounds.
I think that's the fourth time I've seen Peninsula strip it from North Idaho going to the basket.
So baseline out of bounds, 24 on the shot clock, 10:01 to play in the first half. A 1-point lead for Peninsula in the championship game for the NWAC for 2018 men. Women to follow, Umpqua against Walla Walla. Out between the circles, that's Jackson. Give it to Burton. Trent Warren with it. Deep in the corner, Jackson. They're going to call a foul in the corner there. And this will be whistled against Jalen Burkett. We'll take a break with 9:44 to play in the first half. It's Peninsula, a 13-12 lead over North Idaho. The NWAC championship on STSPN.com. I guess he's having cataract surgery.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back here at Peninsula and North Idaho. We're at Everett Community College, the NWAC Men's Basketball Championship. And Coach, you said Peninsula likes this tempo, low-scoring ball game so far.
Absolutely. I thought a key for Peninsula was to keep this game scored in the 60s. And they're on pace, under that right now. So it'll always loosen up the second half a little bit, but this is really good style from Peninsula.
Peninsula held opponents under 70 14 times during the regular season.
Not the Trojans.
No, you racked it up on them a little bit?
Twice, yeah.
Going in, Crane blocked by Christians, but then the second opportunity back up and in. And so that was Kalen Crane got his own rebound, put it back up and in, and it's a 3-point lead for Peninsula. Shante Potts Woods down low, blocked by Adams, blocked, maybe 2 blocks in there by Adams, working hard on the defensive end. Crane elevates 3, off the window and in.
It's a Sunday, but the bank's open.
The bank is open. And he kind of had that Lonzo Ball kind of shot, too. Kind of went off by the other shoulder. Officials are going to look at each other, and they're going to say out of bounds, and it'll be controlled here by North Idaho.
It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but you know what? He made some shots against us the first game, too, and I thought the same thing, and they kept going in.
The lead is out now to 6 points for Peninsula at 18-12. North Idaho, Ashante Potts Woods for the 3. Nope. And the shortest guy on the floor, Cameron Burton, grabs the rebound. Give it off to Jackson. Actually, Jackson, I think, is shorter than, yes, he is. Cameron Burton, listed as 6'2". I don't think so. They just work the perimeter here. Looking for a good shot. That's Burton to Crane. Buried that 3-ball earlier. Ashante Potts Woods goes to the floor. Blocked in there by Raekwon Evans. Down underneath for a 2-handed slam dunk by Marky Adams.
Oh, what a great pass inside. He saw the angle coming before he even got there, and he timed it perfectly, and Marky just dunked it and brought the house down here early in this game.
8-point lead for Peninsula. North Idaho, little run here. Puts it up. That's no good. A little turnaround jumper by Burkett will miss. And again, cleared out by the Pirates. Warren elevates and, oh, I thought that was going down.
That was it.
I thought that was going in. Burkett grabs the rebound. To Evans out of backcourt. Changes direction. Splits the defense. A runner won't go. Tap up will. Christians is there for the tap up and in. And it's 2014. Stems the tide a little bit.
Well, I don't know about you, but when Big Mark dunked that ball, I thought the ceiling might come down. That thing was shaking hard. He is a big boy.
It shook all the way to the other end of the floor, too.
Jeez.
Remember, we're 3 stories up on a suspended track, too. So if that's coming down, we're all going. There's a 3. Colby Jackson buries it.
You're going to get wide open shots against this zone for North Idaho. As long as you get the ball inside first, you kick it back out, they're going to be open.
Peninsula with a 9-point lead, their biggest of the ball game. Going down, North Idaho won't go. They're going to call a foul off the rebound. Jalen Burkett tried it. I'm thinking Corey Simmons. We want to talk about it here, or?
Well, they called Big Mark there, putting his hands down forward. He was straight up to start, but when he shot the ball, he put his hands down, although it was his body that made the contact, which was probably fine, but when the arms go down, the ref's going to call it.
Jalen Burkett, first free throw is good. 23-16 to score.
Is that 2 fouls on Mark? I think that was.
For Adams. Yes, his second foul. He's got 5 points and 2 fouls. Next free throw, no good.
We'll see how they do here in the next 6 minutes without him on the floor. He's been a big difference in this game.
Yeah, we mentioned basketball's pretty easy. Get it to the big guy, and if he can go up with a 2-handed slam and rattle the rafters. How about a 3? Colby Jackson cools off the gun and puts it in the holster. It comes back into front court.
He is the only point guard in our league that you cannot go under a ball screen on. You have to go over the top because he will shoot it and make it from there.
Get it down low. Burkett makes some space for himself. Blocked out of bounds. Blocked out of bounds there by Elijah Shepard out of Kentwood High School.
Fresh off of a state championship last year in the 4A. That kid plays winning basketball, and there's no surprise to me that he's a big part of this Peninsula run here in this tournament.
Inbounds. 26-15 is our score. Burkett, well, he's athletic, but he can't get it to go.
Just too fast sometimes. He just has a hard time finishing when he goes that fast.
Trent Warren grabbed the rebound, and they'll kind of slow things down a little bit. Peninsula will. Coming up on 6 minutes to play in the first half, and a 11-point lead for the Peninsula Pirates, their biggest lead of this game. Pulling away. They'll pull away even further now with Barry. Colby Jackson rattles a 3, and it's 29-15, a 14-point lead.
Oh, boy, you better get out there and guard him.
Yeah, he'll do that all night, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah. And now he's on a heat check, so he's feeling it.
Working it down low. Burkett backed in, gave himself some space. Follow up, no. McLaughlin with a miss, and then Williams gets it. Not sure where he was going, but the ball went out of bounds.
I thought that was a travel there for sure. He took a couple steps there. And I'll tell you, though, Jalen Burkett, number 11 of North Idaho, his motor is unbelievable. That kid plays with so much heart, and you just can't help but to like a kid like that. And he is the nicest kid when you talk to him outside the floor.
Potts Woods, outside three, won't go. Who's got it? Oh, they're going to say last touch by Peninsula, so North Idaho will stay on this end with a fresh 30 on the shot clock. 5:23 to play in the first half and a 14-point lead for Peninsula. Turn, face fire for Ian McLaughlin. Lead is now to 12 again. Well, that was quick for Peninsula to jump out to that big lead. Didn't take long at all.
You hit 3 threes in 4 possessions. Going to get a good lead going.
Hand check foul is going to be called. Williams picks up the foul. His first personal. We're at 6 team fouls for North Idaho. Peninsula with 5. Long outside shot won't go. Official at the baseline didn't know, so his partner said, yeah, let's go the other way. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor with 5 minutes to play in the first half. It's Peninsula 29, North Idaho 17. You're watching the NWAC Men's Basketball Championships on STSPN.com.
I'm Danny Horton, and I'm an STCU member. The windstorm of 2015, who doesn't remember that? Had no power, were the heaters, the horse trough was a 600-pound block of ice. STCU stepped up. I went straight down. I got the loan I needed. If it hadn't been for STCU and the ability to provide everything I needed, where would I have been? I'm Danny Horton, and STCU is here for good.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile, these soldiers pave the way, building fortifications, detecting and destroying mines, or restoring electricity after a natural disaster. Nothing stands in the way of a guard engineer.
(29-17) the lead for Peninsula over North Idaho. And Mike Troutman, you mentioned it, and you just think that Peninsula likes the pace of this ball game.
Yeah, they
also like shooting outside threes that go in too.
Now you'll get them against North Idaho. You got to make them, but they are doing a great job of keeping North Idaho's best player, Raekwon Evans, off the free throw line. That's really their secret to score. They don't score a ton of points in North Idaho unless he's getting to the line consistently, and I think this zone's really doing a great job helping Peninsula keep him off the line.
Raekwon Evans, 0 points in this ball game so far. He's got the basketball now. Potts Woods. Burkett.
Spins left every time.
I was going to say, that's a lot of spinning there for Burkett. And he put it up and in. 29-19.
So fast and powerful and strong, it's hard to stop, especially if you don't stay down.
Shepard. Give it now to Jackson. Finally, they'll get out on Jackson. They'll not allow him to shoot outside. Unless he wants to cast one from there. Looks for a screen, splits. And they're going to say kicking the ball on Williams. Reset the shot clock to 20 and out of bounds baseline now for Peninsula. Looking. Warren, boy, made himself some space with the basketball. Here, you get out of the way, and that'll allow me to get a nice, easy lay-in. It's a 12-point lead.
Did a great job of keeping his balance, staying under control of his body, and finishing that shot.
Dribble in, spin move to the left, won't go. And the rebound by Cameron Burton. That wasn't an instant replay. That was the
third time in a row.
Yeah. Shepard from outside. He also cools off the gun and puts it in the holster. 34-19. 15-point lead, biggest lead of the game for Peninsula. And here's a steal.
Sign of a loose team when they're having fun, making threes.
Burton high off the glass and in. And Corey Simmons says, yeah, let's talk about it. With 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the first half, it's out to a 17-point lead for Peninsula, 36-19 over North Idaho. Back with more from Everett Community College right after this timeout.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence. I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Well, Coach Mike Troutman talking about off the air, this is not North Idaho's brand of basketball.
No, when you got to start playing from behind like this, it's going to be tough. They're trying to get it back with these off-balance fadeaway shots, and you know they need to get defensive stops and get back in this game slowly.
Well, it's also, is it too early to start worrying about the make a stop, make a basket, make a stop kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Usually that's the end of the game.
Right now, you just got to worry about just getting stops and getting quality shots on offense.
Outside three, that'll help. Williams buries a three ball in the corner. Back now to a 15-point lead, 36-21. Coming up in 3 minutes to play in the first half. The men's NWAC championship. That's Colby Jackson with the basketball. Trying to prevent him from scoring. He'll go underneath. Ball goes out of bounds. They say he was the last to touch it.
It's like the ref had it off North Idaho, but in the Colby Jackson's knee and then out of bounds.
Yep. So here we go. North Idaho down big, 15 points. With 5 lead changes early on. Here's Evans off the window and in. Raquan Evans went by everybody and gets his first points of the ball game.
Great job by Coach Simmons there. Great job at his time of his timeout. He's gotten 2 high-quality looks here at a basket. They got 5 points in 2 possessions.
Corner, good. James Buckley. He says, here's your 2 quality shots. How about this quality shot? And he buries a 3 ball. It's a 16-point lead.
Everybody on the floor for Peninsula can make a 3 right now in their lineup.
Evans puts up a 2 and buries it from the foul line jumper. 39-25. Jackson, Warren, over to Burton.
If you look at North Idaho's losses this year, they've been all by teams that can shoot the 3 really well, and I think that's why Coach Freeman has 5 3-point shooters on the floor right now together.
And there's a travel on Colby Jackson committing the turnover. And back over to North Idaho. Just under 2 minutes now to play in the first half. Evans, Williams up fake for the 3. McLaughlin back to Williams again in the corner. Kind of working that side. 17 to shoot. Up fakes by Evans. That's not a fake. There's a 3. Buried from the left-hand side by Ian McLaughlin. 39-28, 11-point lead. It was 17. Now Burton. Suddenly North Idaho's playing better defense too. Dribbling in. What on earth was that? Warren puts up a 3, won't go. Somehow James Buckley danced his way through there and didn't commit the turnover, but they didn't get any points out of it either, and North Idaho has it. Down by 11. McLaughlin off the window, an athletic move, goes around the defense and puts it up and in, and it's a 9-point lead inside a minute to play.
Well, that turned out to be a great timeout by Coach Simmons over there. He's got the guys going now. They're playing much better offensively, get high-quality shots.
Because this had an opportunity for this game to become a blowout. Here's Evans going in. Missed the lay-in. Cleared by Burton. Goes in. Stripped of the ball. And they're going to call a clear-out foul here. And the foul is going to be called on North Idaho. Charles Williams.
I feel like he called it on the ground, and it looks like he said 1-on-1. I'm not sure
He said
how.
1-on-1.
Yeah. I'm not sure how that's a 1-on-1. So Coach Freeman uses the timeout here because we got a rule that if you don't use a 30-second in the first half, you lose it. So he's going to use one here after the free throws, set up something defensively.
So you thought the foul should have been on the shot that just happened?
Yeah, it felt like he gathered early at the free throw line. I felt like it, and I don't know how it could be on the ground.
We're going to see if we can see it here. We do have it or we don't have it. If we have the replay here. No, I wanted to see if we can see the replay on the foul. Okay. No. So we can't go to the monitor.
Yeah, I felt like he gathered the ball around the free throw line, took 2 steps, and anytime, as soon as you gather the ball from that point on, it fouls on the shot. And so I felt like that was definitely a 2-point shot, but 1-on-1. So if he makes the first one, it won't matter.
Yeah. 39-30, big run by Peninsula, or excuse me, by North Idaho. They were down by 17. Could have been 20 at the half break, but you'd like it to be single digits going into the half.
Yeah, a big missed layup there, which caused Peninsula to get a layup in transition on the other side. They make that. They probably don't have that layup here, so that was a big miss.
So free throw here, Cameron Burton makes the first. Makes it a 10-point lead, 40-30. And he'll have one more with 33.6 to go. Hit them both and makes it an 11-point lead. North Idaho can kind of play for one shot.
Looks like Peninsula came out in man out of that timeout. They used that to set up some man defense here. They're going to trap and deny Raekwon the ball.
And they're going to foul Raekwon. And that's going to be the they had a foul to give, so that'll be out of bounds here with 20 on the shot clock.
Looks like they're in full denial of him. They want someone else to touch it besides him.
Burkett will throw it in. Evans has it. He's not going to shoot from there. He might shoot from there. He does shoot from there and hits from there on the runner.
Yeah. It's a great job by Raekwon getting the bucket there for his team.
8 seconds to go. Long outside 3 ball. Error ball, no good. 4 seconds. Can they get one? Potts Woods, 1 second. Pull up on the way. It'll count. No. Halftime here. And it's a 41-32 lead for the Peninsula Pirates. And we're going to see if we can get Mitch Freeman here for a quick word heading in off of the floor. And Steve is going to talk to coach as soon as they're done having a little coaches meeting out here. Get the guys head in, right? Have a little drink of water, and we'll come in and talk to you here in a minute. They're drawing up plays.
Yeah, they're drawing up what to do there. It looks like they're having a little meeting out here. Usually do that in the hallway, but Mitch is in the game. He's fired up.
So, yeah, Mitch is down there still sitting on the end of the bench, Steve. Just go interrupt him, don't you think? We'll come back. We'll get to you here in a second. Steve, I probably don't want to head into that huddle there, Steve. It was on this end. I think you're up now. Nope.
What are we doing there, guys? Can you hear me now?
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, we were going to get a quick word with Coach Freeman, but he's still working. He hasn't gone back to the locker room yet. He's still scheming and drawing up some things with his assistant coaches, so we'll see if we can get him here in a moment.
Yeah, just hold up what they're working on the.
I'll just tell him I know Mike Trotman, right? That should work. See what kind of clout the coach has up there.
This is a little different, though. To sit here that long, or are you a run back guy, or are you a stay out here and let's talk about it guy?
Yeah, no. Typically, we both teams will go back there. Even Mitch, when we play against him, we go back in the hallway. We talk about it in the hallway. Let our guys talk about amongst themselves for 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then we, as coaches, we get a little game plan of what are our adjustments we're going to make. What do we do well? You know, what's working for us, and then we go into the huddle or into the locker room. So, Coach Freeman, they're drawing up something magical over there on the bench. They stayed out here.
Okay, it's a race against time to try to get the batteries changed here on this end, Steve. So that's okay. They're down there still working on the bench.
We have shortened timeouts, too, in the NWAC tournament. Usually they're 20 minutes, and we get 15 here.
Okay.
So you got to keep in mind that you get 5 minutes less than you usually get, and if you take too long and you talk too long in the locker room, your guys only get 2 or 3 minutes to warm back up, and I like to have our guys out here in about 6-7 minutes to go to get the ball back in their hands and get going.
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, this is the longest I've ever seen a coach stay out, and they're just working on the end of the bench, the coaching staff. And
yeah, I don't know what he's drawn up defensively or offensively, but on offense, I thought their motion that they usually run is working really well. They're getting good ball movement. I don't know if it's maybe something defensively he's talking about with the zone or something that they want to make a little tweak or adjustment to the zone that's hurting a little bit, get the ball to the high post. Maybe that's something they're changing. I don't know, but yeah, I'm surprised that they're doing this. Looks like he's done now.
Let's go down to Steve.
Okay, we'll ask him real quick as he's walking to the locker room. Coach, spent a lot of time out here at the bench just now. What exactly were you and your coaches working on?
Oh, we're just talking about what we've been doing well, what we haven't been doing well offensively and defensively. Idaho has been able to give us a look, so we're trying to make some adjustments in terms of what we're doing defensively, in terms of slowing them down, limiting space, because we just can't let them get going. They're just too good and too athletic in terms of their scoring ability. We got to continue to rebound the ball. We gave up 10 offensive rebounds in the first half. We got to be able to limit that, and then offensively, we got to be able to share the ball a little bit better than we did in the last 4 or 5 minutes of that half.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. We'll let you get into the locker room.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Steve. Interesting.
Yep.
Took that much time. But you know what? Get the paperwork done out here. You go in, you go bang, bang, bang with the guys, right? And
yep, that's right. I feel like maybe the last 4 or 5 possessions there, North Idaho was doing a better job of penetrating the zone. And I think that's probably what the adjustment was, to figure out a way to keep Raekwon Evans out of the key. And he did a great job for the first 17 minutes, but that last 3 or 4 minutes there, he really was able to get in there and make some good things happen.
We'll come back with more of our halftime features, and we'll take a look at the stats. Peninsula leading North Idaho 41-32. The NWAC Men's Basketball Championships on STSPN.com.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quade? See ya! Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
I'm Danny Horton, and I'm an STCU member. The windstorm of 2015, who doesn't remember that? Had no power, were the heaters, the horse trough was a 600-pound block of ice. STCU stepped up. I went straight down. I got the loan I needed. If it hadn't been for STCU and the ability to provide everything I needed, where would I have been? I'm Danny Horton, and STCU is here for good.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do, For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Medical specialists in the Guard are skilled in CPR, field triage, and emergency life support. Medics stabilize and evac the wounded during combat, come to the aid of civilians in a disaster, and provide day-to-day outpatient care. Medical specialists are saving lives on and off the battlefield.
Training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
Motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
Here we go. Welcome back here to Everett Community College, North Idaho and Peninsula playing for the NWAC Men's Basketball Championship. Peninsula leading 41-32 over North Idaho. And Steve, let's go down to you. And
yeah, we just had a chance to talk to Coach real briefly. He said he's pretty focused right now. He's watching his team and wants to kind of see how they're warming up, coming up for the second half. So we're not going to get a chance to talk to Coach Corey Simmons, but certainly you can just imagine the things he's working on right now. On the first half, nice run late in the half though. So we'll see what happens here to start the second period.
I think he's focused.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he didn't give him an interview there. That's odd to me, but that's Corey. He's focused and he's ready to go.
So let's take a look at some of the stats here from the first half. In the field goal percentage, Peninsula 15 of 33, 45%. North Idaho 13 of 38 for 34%. So 13 and 15, not much of a difference there. Free throws, 3 of 3 was Peninsula, 3 of 5 was North Idaho. 3 points, there you go. 8 of 19 was Peninsula, 42%. 3 of 10 for 30% for North Idaho. So there's your difference, the three-point ball.
Yep, and that's a secret to beating North Idaho. If you look at all their losses this year, Walla Walla twice, Spokane once, Yakima once, us once. All 5 of those games, we shot the 3 ball. All those teams shot the 3 ball really, really well. And I saw some lineups out there that Peninsula would have 5 guys that could shoot the 3, and that's not by accident, and that's the way to do it.
Leading scorer in the ball game for the Cardinals, 10 points for Ian McLaughlin, 3 for Burkett, 6 for Tyler Brimhall, and 6 for Raekwon Evans. For the Pirates of Peninsula, 11 points for Cameron Burton, and 9 points for Colby Jackson. So the 2 guards are leading the way with 11 and 9 points apiece. So that is a look at some of the statistics. We will take a break. When we come back, second half gets underway at halftime. Peninsula 41, North Idaho 32. Remember, the women's final coming up at 5:15. The Umpqua Riverhawks at 31-1. The Walla Walla Warriors also at 31-1. So couple of pretty good women's teams coming up here at 5:15. We'll take a break, come back. Second half gets underway. 41-32 Peninsula leading North Idaho right here on STSPN.com.
Keith Appleton, Education Outreach Officer at STCU. I have been labeled as frugal. I'm more motivated by saving money than I am about spending money. I essentially have had the same vehicle for nearly half of my life. It's absolutely practice what you preach. One of my passions is mountain biking, and one of the ways that I can afford to have a quality mountain bike is by cutting expenses in other areas of my life. STCU has given me an opportunity to share things that I've learned with the community. I'm Keith Appleton, and STCU is here for good.
Yo, ready to play?
Welcome back to Everett Community College. Steve, are you getting a sandwich? They're freaky fast, you know.
If only I could get a sandwich right now. I'm hungry, and I do love Jimmy John's. So we're down here in the Jimmy John's corner right now. Apparently, these three gentlemen down here that won the drawing earlier, they are related to Marky Adams from Peninsula.
Are you saying that this is the Adams family?
It is the Adams family. Let's go ahead and find out who we have here and how they're related to Marky.
I'm Mark Adams, his dad.
I'm Mark. Don Adams, his grandpa.
And who are you?
I'm Tyler Adams, his cousin.
Okay, so we get the whole family down here. More pressure on Marky knowing that you guys are sitting here in recliners and enjoying the game?
I don't think so. I don't even think he notices us.
How about you, Grandpa? Have you been yelling at Marky at all? You've been telling him what to do or giving him any advice?
Nope, just let him play his game. He knows how.
There's two recliners. There's three of you. Are these guys going to let you sit in the chair at some point in the second half? Or are you guys doing a little rotation, or are you happy down there?
I usually just sit up on the corners.
Okay. So we got corner seating. We got a Peninsula victory. Any predictions for the second half, Mark?
I hope they stay with what they're doing. Good defense.
There you go. You heard it right from the Adams family. Back to you guys.
There you go. They're creepy and they're spooky, mysterious and ooky, the Adams family. I bet you they've never heard that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're the first one.
So here we go. Second half about set to get underway. Marky Adams, who had to sit for a while with some foul problems. He is out there now to play, and we're getting set to go.
Well, I asked, how the last 6 minutes were going to go without him in the game. He was making a big difference defensively and rebounding, but then they go out and get red hot from the three of the first 2 or 3 minutes he was out of the game, and that really helped extend the lead. So it worked out well. We'll see now how he's back in the game. We'll see how it goes.
So back underway we go. Peninsula with the basketball. They're in the white jerseys, moving to our right. Second half gets underway. Cameron Burton gives it to Colby Jackson. Jackson kind of looked at a three from there, and then just kind of went behind the back over to now Warren to Crane and one. Kalen Crane from Desert Oasis High School in Las Vegas. The and one.
Kalen Crane is extremely long. He's able to finish in contact there. He drew the foul and he regained his balance, his composure, and finished in the air. And man, look how long this kid, his arms and legs are. He's a good player.
In fact, yesterday during the semis, I said I like the way he plays.
He played at Green River Community College last year. They went through a coaching change. He was able to get out of his scholarship there with the coaching change, and he went to Peninsula for a year and did a great job.
So Crane with the three-point play, and it's 44-32. The lead is out to 12 points again. Peninsula led by as much as 17 in that first half. Now North Idaho with the basketball. They're moving to our left in the crimson uniforms. An outside three ball that won't go for Raekwon Evans.
Not enough rebounders there. North Idaho shoots a three, and they only got two guys down there that were rebounding. They're going to have to do a better job of getting offensive rebounds.
So Peninsula brings it up. Warren kind of watched Crane go by along the baseline. Couldn't quite hit him. They will go out for three, and then he buries it and gets hit down to the ground. Looked like the end of the Mission game last night.
Looked like Coach Freeman wanted a foul called there. He didn't get it. He stared the referee down.
Burton with that shot. The runner there that won't go. A miss on the other end. A couple of trips down the floor and a couple of misses for Raekwon Evans.
North Idaho's coming out man-to-man defense again here. See if he can put some pressure on, change the tempo of this game a little bit.
Warren gets fouled. Fouled along as he was heading down along the right side of the key.
Boy, he had big Mark Adams wide open for a layup there, and they fouled him on the pass, and that was a good foul. North Idaho, that would have been another big dunk and tore the rim off again.
North Idaho's Tyler Brimhall with the foul. Peninsula. That's Jackson. Shoots and hits a 3-ball. Colby Jackson hot from outside. Buries it. Now late on, actually everybody was back there on defense, and going in and stripped to the ball was Jalen Burkett.
Now I told you can't go under ball screens on him, and he keeps making these shots. You got to go over the top.
That's Jackson again. Oh, Crane in the corner.
Missed the big guy underneath the hoop, wide open.
Corner, nope, won't go this time. He gets it back. Tipped out to him, to Adams. One bounce, couple of pumps, and traveled. So talk about the screen, what you just said, about the low and high.
North Idaho right now is just to have a really soft switch. So when they get an on-ball screen, the defender of the screener's back 2 or 3 feet and tries to switch it. Well, it's too far off, and Colby has a wide open 3 over the top of that screen. They're going to have to get up and have more pressure, so he can't just shoot the 3-ball.
So North Idaho with the ball, down by 18 points. It's the biggest lead of the game here for Peninsula. They come out on fire here in the second half. Ashante Woods clears some space, misses. Jackson.
You know, Coach Freeman said a key for them was to not give up any more offensive rebounds, and they have not given up one yet. Peninsula doing a great job of rebounding right now.
Corner, Warren, no, won't go. Boy, again, the short guys are getting the rebounds. And they're working it now. Jackson looking, shooting, no, offline. And a foul called on the floor.
Wow.
Are they going to get Potts Woods with that one?
Looks like he may have been holding him or something. I thought that might have been a foul on Big Mark Adams there, but went the other way.
It's going to be actually
Williams, looks like.
Yeah, Williams
Charles
picks it up. Charles Williams picks up the foul. His third personal. Adams. That's Jackson dribbling in to Adams again. Waits for the defender. Nicely done.
Patience.
And the lead is 20 points for Peninsula. The defending champion is Walla Walla. They're not here in the Final Four today, yesterday and today. Dribbling in, so it's going to be a new champion. And right now with a 20-point lead. But North Idaho, that'll stem the tide a little bit. And we're going to have a timeout called here after the make by Ashante Potts Woods. North Idaho calls a timeout. We'll step aside with 16:40 to play in the basketball game. Peninsula 52, North Idaho 35 on STSPN.com.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile, these soldiers pave the way, building fortifications, detecting and destroying mines, or restoring electricity after a natural disaster. Nothing stands in the way of a guard engineer.
Ready to play?
EVCC trivia time. Why do some of the region's best athletes choose Everett Community College every year? Is it because of Coach Mike Troutman of the basketball team? Well, look around you. They get to use this gym. Register now for spring classes at everettcc.edu. You were working yesterday doing some recruiting down at the All-Star Games?
Yep, the WIBCA Coach Association of our state's All-Star Games. All 4 classifications represented. You get 3 games. It's a great event. I go every year, and I support WIBCA. Even as a college coach, I'm part of their WIBCA group, and I pay my dues every year, and it's just they do a great job.
So up the floor we go. Peninsula with a 52-35 lead. And Peninsula with the basketball. And the white jerseys moving to our right.
North Idaho comes back out in the zone here. Looks like they're going to trap all corners.
9 to shoot. losing the handle out there was Burton. Back out to Warren, down to 4 to shoot. Give it up to Adams, won't get it. Gets his own rebound back up. Won't go that time. Own rebound one more time. No! 3 chimes. He couldn't get it to go.
Well, I tell you, Jared Green did a great job there defending it. Challenged every single one of those shots.
There's Raekwon Evans, buries a foul line jumper. Potts Woods, no good. I would think he'd get a look from some big schools too, wouldn't he?
Oh yeah, I've already been called by a couple people who want to know what kind of player I thought he was. And, that happens a lot in our league. College coaches next level call other coaches, not they're always their own.
Shot on the way, tapped out, but grabbed here by Evans. Evans goes in, thought he got fouled, didn't put up a lay-in and put it in anyway. He was kind of looking for the foul. Take the lay-in rather than the free throws anyway. 54-41, lead is 13 points. As we work it to Jackson. Yells some instructions here. Crane turnaround jumper won't go.
Yeah, it was blocked.
And we have a timeout on the floor with 13 minutes and 42 seconds to play in the second half. It's Peninsula 54. Coach Mike Troutman, you said you think the momentum meter is kind of the needle's going back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like North Idaho came out with a bunch of energy. Peninsula made a few shots early that kind of neutralized it, but now they haven't made a few shots, and North Idaho has a lot of energy right now. I feel like they're about ready to make a run and get back in this game and cut it to 4 or 5 points here soon. Well, there we go, a turnover right off the bat. Peninsula out of bounds, North Idaho's ball.
North Idaho has it, down by 13 points, 54-41. It was 20 just a little bit ago. So here comes North Idaho.
So we got Keegan Crosby entered the game here for North Idaho, hasn't played yet today. Nice big body wing that can really score on Nathan Hale.
Left side, that's Evans. That 3 won't go. That would have been huge, but back up by McLaughlin. He got stripped of the basketball. I think Warren maybe got a hand in there. May have been Shepard, either one. And controlled by Peninsula. Jackson to Shepard underneath Warren, but it's going to take it away from him and stolen away by North Idaho. Cardinals with the basketball. Entry pass down low. Turn, face, fired off of the glass and in for Seth Christians. 54-43. It was 20, it's 11 now. So now Peninsula working it. Warren, Jackson, 3 ball. No. And McLaughlin grabs the rebound for the Cardinals to Evans. McLaughlin elevates for a 3, rattles off, out of bounds. Peninsula ball.
You know, Peninsula's got to be careful getting caught up. North Idaho is trying to push this game, get the pace going a little bit faster, and Peninsula seems to be kind of going along with it, and I feel like they really need to concentrate on their game plan, which is to slow it down and really get good wide open looks.
Tyler Brimhall was a little slow to get up after that exchange. But Peninsula has the ball, leading by 11. Crane, little runner. I just like the way he plays.
Yep.
And of course, he weighs about 110 pounds soaking wet, too.
It's amazing.
Here's a shot. Left side won't go. Who carried it? Oh, they're going to say last touch by Crane.
That was
a little strange looking.
Yeah, I felt like that was a jump ball maybe or something.
Crosby with that miss. So Evans will throw it in at the baseline. To Crosby, out open, 3, bang! Big shot there for Tyler Brimhall.
Tyler Brimhall is one of those guys that played Division I basketball at a high school at Idaho, and he came back to get 1 year at North Idaho to change schools. A very good player, has the ability to play at a high level.
And a blocking foul is going to be called. So that 20-point lead has been sliced in half. And they're going to call the foul on Evans. Raekwon Evans picks up his first personal foul.
He was asking about the play before. He got bumped similar, and he's telling the ref, hey, listen, that happened to me on the play before. It's not a foul, so call it both ways.
North Idaho with 4 team fouls, none on Peninsula so far in the half. See if that becomes a factor.
That will become a factor. That was when we beat North Idaho one time. They were into bonus real quick on the second half, and that really helped us down the stretch get baskets. They are tough to score against.
Little runner by Buckley won't go. James Buckley out of South Kitsap. Brimhall pass to the right baseline and then strip to the basketball.
Another strip. I mean, that's 6 or 7 today that we've seen so far.
McLaughlin lost the handle on it. It's going to be controlled by Peninsula. Work it left, Kalen Crane. As they looking for Adams, he kind of lost it for a second, got it back, put it back up and in. Get it to the big guy.
Jackson threw it at his feet. He was wide open, but the big boy ended up getting it anyway. It's good hands, and he picked it up and finished it.
Brimhall. Have a no-look cross-court pass that time. Brimhall gets it back. Well, he likes those long passes, and he's good at it, except we're going to have a turnover.
It's like he stepped out of bounds in that ball fake and put his foot back to go, and it went out of bounds.
But Brimhall is favoring his hip, looks like, because he's coming out, kind of wincing in pain. 10:43 to go in the game. Peninsula with a 58-46 lead. Crane goes in off balance and goes to the deck. And it looks like he may have hurt his wrist.
Yeah, he's holding his hand like one of those awkward falls that looks like he's in quite a bit of pain.
And are they calling a foul? And did they call a 30-second timeout? They must have.
No, I think they're going to go review it. They're going to make sure that it wasn't intentional, it looks like to me. I didn't see anything dirty on that play. I think it was
Yo, ready to play?
Welcome back here to Everett Community College. It's North Idaho and Peninsula for the men's NWAC championship. So, Coach Mike Troutman, you think they're looking at the monitor for what exactly?
Well, it was an awkward fall, and the kid did get hurt on the play. So I think the referees went to the monitor just to make sure there wasn't anything dirty there on that foul. They're looking for an intentional foul. The first ref looked at it, called that one over. Now they've all looked at it. They're going to make their decision here and discuss it. And I looked at it, I saw it, and I felt like there probably wasn't anything dirty there, so I don't expect an intentional foul here.
So the officials are going to have a little conversation about it here at midcourt. They say, yeah, we're ready to go. and apparently nothing's going to come of it. Jeff Flowers, Zach Perrine, Ben Wolf are the officials.
And it looks like that was Crane's left wrist, so he's a right-handed player, so, you know, as long as he can get through it, he's going to be fine.
So Kalen Crane will go to the free throw line. Desert Oasis High School in Las Vegas averages 11.6 points per ball game.
He averaged 18 last year as a freshman at Green River. Different style of play, though. Good player.
Strange shot, though.
Yep, strange shot. He's awkwardly long. He needs to add about 20 pounds of muscle, but he'll be a good player for somebody next level.
Next one is good. 60-46. So now North Idaho. Brimhall airballs it. The rebound was taken down, and now they're going to call a timeout. North Idaho will.
It leaves them with 1 left for the game.
Wow. You know, well, we talked about it early on, and this is actually going to be a full timeout, so we will step aside with 10:25 to play in the first half. 60-46, Peninsula leading North Idaho, STSPN.com. So North Idaho is down to 1 timeout remaining, Coach, with 10.5 minutes to play.
Yeah, you know, I don't love that. I'm kind of a strategy. I like to save them as much as I can. You need them in the games. You saw in our game the other night in that double overtime game, you know, we could have used 5 more timeouts. It just felt like we needed more. So, you know, we'll see if they're able to get back into this game and get it close to the end. That might hurt them when they only have 1 left.
Are there times, though, you try to buy a timeout? You know, substitute a guy, or suddenly you're hurt, or are there times that you'll do that?
Absolutely, especially on free throws. You know, you're able to sub a guy, and you can get to set your defense. It's almost like a timeout after a made free throw.
I wasn't thinking of going over with a $100 bill and buying a timeout.
Not on our budget. Maybe at Duke.
Yeah, Duke, they can pay $100.
He was out of bounds.
He did. He stepped out of bounds. Unforced error there.
He passed it in bounds. They threw it right back to him, and he hadn't got a chance to get in bounds yet. It's an obvious violation. He had to call that one.
So Peninsula with the basketball and a 14-point lead coming up on the halfway mark of the second half. Little runner by Crane. Wouldn't go. They couldn't get the rebound. North Idaho does, and Evans will bring it up. Kind of looked at the three, didn't take it, but the corner by Potts Woods will go. Ashanti Potts Woods in the corner for a 3 ball.
He is the one guy on that team that can get hot, especially in a big game situation. He will make shots. You got to get out there and get him.
So quickly up the floor, and the corner is Crane. The lead is 11 points. Jackson, Warren to Buckley. 11 to shoot now. Got it again to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Buckley will airmail it and out of bounds. Probably not the kind of possession Mitch Freeman was looking for on that particular time down the floor.
No, it felt like they got the ball inside to Colby Jackson there at the high post with plenty of time. He just kind of threw it back out instead of turn face and make a move. I would have liked to see that.
They go cross court to Brimhall. Down low, the hook shot rattles off. No good by Christians. Foul's going to be called. And it's going to be whistled here.
James Buckley with a push on the rebound.
Yeah.
I was watching it. He tried to box out as much as he could, but it was an awkward bounce, and he pushed to get the rebound, and the referee got him.
So fresh 30 on the shot clock. Out of bounds for North Idaho. They get it on the inbounds to Burkett. Now Potts Woods, that time won't go. He crumples to the floor. I'm not sure anybody even touched him, but he crumpled to the floor.
Yeah, Coach Simmons was all over referee there, wanted to foul there because he flopped. I'm not sure that was a foul. I like to let the kids play it here.
Buckley almost looked like he traveled. That extra almost a step, and here's a steal. Going in, dump it off. Woods there, laying good. And the foul is going to be called.
That was a great job by Raekwon Evans there, getting into a passing lane. He knew that pass was coming. He saw it. He got his hand out there, and that was a great job.
Yeah, he's got a couple of steals in that same spot during the afternoon, just right there in the passing lane.
Smart, high-Q basketball player.
Free throw by Potts Woods won't go.
Nobody rebounding for North Idaho there. They would have had it.
Jackson had that last foul.
Yep.
His first. And he's got the basketball. Down along the baseline they work it. Corner shot, no good by Burton. Ashanti Potts Woods comes out of backcourt. Cross court. Here's Evans, step through, off the glass and in, and one. Look out, here they come. North Idaho putting on a run here. Raekwon Evans gets the bucket, and he will go to the free throw line.
You know, they're getting it done on defense, and they're getting out in transition, and that's what North Idaho needs to do. This style of play is much fitting them better right now.
He's got 12 points in the ball game.
Burton's been short on the last 4 or 5 shots he shot, and just legs might be a little tired. He needs to get those legs and get that shot up.
Free throw is good. The foul was on Jackson, his second. And with 8:14 to play in the game, it's a 6-point ball game.
Once North Idaho went to this extended zone press, you know, just kind of change it up a little bit. I think it's worked. Their energy has changed, and they've done a much better job.
Jackson for a three, short. Kept alive by Peninsula, but grabbed by North Idaho. Evans finds some space and shoots the three. It was 20 points here in this half. And Mitch Freeman says, we got to talk about it because it's now a 3-point ball game. With 7:34 to go in the game, Peninsula 60, North Idaho 57 on STSPN.com.
As certified jumpers, divers, and survival experts, Special Forces are dropped behind enemy lines to train foreign fighters, carry out covert missions, or prevent future conflicts. These soldiers live for the challenge, highly trained and highly intelligent. Special Forces soldiers are the best of the best.
Well, Coach, you called it. You thought there was a run coming for North Idaho.
Yeah, I just felt the energy changing a little bit, and and it just Peninsula hasn't made a shot in a while, combined with which gets misses and fast breaks and scoring, so leads into a pace change for North Idaho, and it fits right to what they wanted to do.
So elevated energy by North Idaho or less energy by Peninsula?
No, I think elevated North Idaho energy plus a few missed shots by Peninsula. Perfect storm to get them back in the game.
So it was 20 points here in this half, the lead for Peninsula. It's 3 now at 60-57. Here we go. Don't tune away.
I tell my kids all the time that in the NWAC basketball, no lead is safe. I don't care, until it's the very end.
Peninsula with the ball and the 3-point lead. Cameron Burton has the ball. Looks right, nobody there. Goes to Warren, back to Burton. 12 to shoot. In the corner, Buckley. 6 to shoot now. It's a corner three that won't go. A miss over there by Jackson, but kept alive by Peninsula. They'll reset the shot clock and try again. Warren looking for Adams. Stepping in the way, as Seth Christian says, we'll take it, thanks. See you later. Up the floor they go. Woods in transition, the three, and tied at 60. He put it up and buried it. That was a nice looking shot.
Yeah, he makes the big ones, doesn't he?
Yep. You had mentioned that too. Now blocking foul is going to be called. You said he's a guy that can score in bunches and gets in a rhythm, and then you just have to kind of stand back and admire it.
Yep, he did it all through high school career. He did it at his first college he's at. He did it against us the other night. Last week he just gets hot, and he got 25 points against us and just starts shooting the ball.
Ashante Potts Woods out of Curtis High School down in University Place in Tacoma. A 60-60 tie. That 20-point lead, goodbye. Buckley knocked out of bounds.
Well, if you would have told me it was a 60-60 game with 6 minutes to go, I would have believed you. I just can't believe we got here this way.
Yeah, it's the journey to get here is what has been strange. Colby Jackson. Trent Warren looking. Back over to Jackson again. Trying to spin and make himself straight. He's quadruple teamed. Shot clock violation. I didn't even look at the shot clock. They just took so much time.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was going down either.
And we didn't notice it, and it's all around us. They didn't notice it either.
No.
They weren't in any kind of hurry. So here we go. Chance for the first lead since way back when for North Idaho. The runner will not go. And they're going to call the over the back foul, I think, on Christians. No, it's going to be on Jalen Burkett.
Huh.
Well, I thought Christians went in there.
Yeah, it looked like Big Seth went in there and just ran over about 4 people, including, I think, one of his own players.
So we march to the other end, and Trent Warren out of Melbourne, Australia will go to the free throw line.
Maybe he pushed Burkett into somebody and the referee got him.
Trent Warren at the line. Free throw good. Another one coming. The first points in a while for Peninsula. Burton checks back in. James Buckley checks out for Peninsula. Maybe that's what Mitch Freeman and his staff was working on. How do we keep them from coming back and tying the ball game? A couple of free throws good. The lead is 2 from Peninsula. Coming up at 6 minutes to play in the game. Ashante Potts Woods with the ball and buries it and ties the score at 62.
Ashante Potts Woods is in his zone right now. He's feeling it. He's ready to go. He's going to score for this team coming down the stretch here.
That's Crane to Burton to Crane to Jackson. Jackson, Burton elevates, 3, offline, won't go. Who's got it? Who's got it? Who's got it? Woods does. He just pushes his teammate out of the way, goes in, reverse lay it, good. North Idaho with their first lead since way back in the early going. That's our 6th lead change of this ball game. I didn't think we'd have any more after 5. But that 20-point lead is now a 2-point deficit for Peninsula. Peninsula with the basketball. Warren shoots, won't go. Saved from going out of bounds off of the official and out of bounds anyway, so it'll be North Idaho basketball.
Peninsula is just flat out ice cold right now. They got to figure out a way to get a high percentage shot, and someone's got to step up and make a shot.
The big boy comes in. Marky Adams checks back in.
Ashante Potts Woods is making shots, I can tell you that, and he's going to continue to. He's ready to go.
So up the floor, Evans, Brimhall. Evans again. Boy, I thought he was going to shoot. He was way out at NBA range, but he didn't do it. Brimhall will go in. Double pump, puts it up, no good, but foul called and fouled on the floor. It's going to be a Peninsula foul. They've got a couple of fouls to give. That's only going to be the 4th team foul. And with 4 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the basketball game, we step aside. North Idaho leading Peninsula 64-62. The NWAC Men's Championship on STSBN.com.
My name is John Archuleta, and I'm a loan service bankruptcy officer with STCU. I help members that are struggling with their financial obligations. A lot of times people feel as if they're not good enough. Their finances are telling them that they should have known better. Our goal really is the financial health and well-being of the member. We are our members are us. We don't have investors here. We're not protecting the investor's bottom line. No matter what's going on, we're dealing with people's lives. I'm John Archuleta, and
Welcome back, ready to go. The final 4 minutes and 43 seconds of this ball game. Strange ball game, Coach. It just has been.
Yeah, it's been runs nonstop. Each team taking their turn, and Peninsula's having a hard time getting a high-quality shot right now. They got to make a three, or they got to figure out a way maybe to penetrate the zone and get to the free throw line. That might settle them down a little bit.
Tyler Brimhall out of Logan, Utah, at the free throw line. First one is short. So they always say short free throws when they're short legs, huh?
Yep, absolutely. A little more leg bend here.
Well, he had a little bit more, and it was long.
It was long.
Missed them both. 64-62, the score remains. A 2-point lead for North Idaho. Peninsula. Crane. Ooh. Quick foul there.
Anytime you have two hands on a dribbler, you know, you impede his position, and it's going to call a foul every time. That's what happened there.
So Crane will go to the free throw line. Brimhall picks up the foul, his fourth, 8th team foul on North Idaho. Kalen Crane, first free throw's good. And he'll get another here. The Peninsula Pirates out of Port Angeles. That's Crane. Won't go. 1 point lead for North Idaho. 4.5 to play. Wow. Yeah, they're going to call the offensive foul. I thought he was just going to kind of go around him, but instead he put up the elbow and knocked him over.
Yeah, I'm not sure Warren was set there on that play, but the elbow was enough to call it a 50-50 one to go the other way. I think if his elbow would have been down, I'm not sure he was totally set, and the referee may have went this way with it.
But when you put up the forearm shiver, that's pretty much going to say, okay, we'll call a foul.
If there's any doubt in the referee's mind that 50-50 call and you see the elbow, it's just going to give it to the defense there.
Corey Simmons didn't like it.
No.
He's still talking to the referee. So Peninsula will bring it up. Oh, kicked out of bounds. Overplay on the defense there. So remaining in the possession. Now Trent Warren is a player that got knocked down, and they're going to put some ice on him, and they're going to replace him in the lineup.
Looks like he has something on his head, maybe a cut. They're putting a bandage or a piece of tape or something on the back of his head.
So right there is Mitch Freeman trying to buy a timeout. And the officials had none of it. He said, you guys go over there. We're inbounding from over there. So here we go.
Trying to use the timeout there without taking one.
1 timeout remaining for North Idaho, 2 for Peninsula. And here's a steal. Grabbed in, one-handed, a slam dunk. Off the steal by Raekwon Evans. He was going to be sure in that one off the steal. He wasn't going to miss the lay-in.
Best way not to miss a lay-in is to dunk it if you got it.
The lead is 3 points for North Idaho, equaling their biggest lead of this ball game. Shepard turns and fires, won't go. Adams grabs the rebound, foul called. Shepard from 8 feet away turned around and put up an air ball.
Yeah, nerves are getting to Peninsula here a little bit. It's so tough to play when you're going downhill and the team's made a big run at you, and it's just hard to get that rhythm back and make a shot.
Marky Adams at the line. Got 2 coming up here.
Looks like Warren's got a nice new headband of athletic tape on his head. He's ready to go.
First free throw is good. At Trent Warren, they just took about a half a roll of white athletic tape, wrapped his head. That's going to hurt coming off, by the way.
I hope they use some pre-wrap.
Good. Couple of free throws. Pulls Peninsula to within one, 66-65.
It's so great to see a big guy like Mark Adams make free throws. As a coach, it's just a great feeling.
Brings a little tear to your eye.
Yeah, that's right.
How about if he steps out and gets a kind of a strange foul? Adams, and that's his 4th personal foul. Playing out of position to me defensively.
Yeah, too hard of a hedge, too high of a hedge for him. His 4th foul, but the team's 5th, so we won't shoot free throws, and not much hurt there.
Adams will go to the bench. Warren checks in with the headband on. North Idaho basketball leading by 1. The final 3.5. Ashante Potts-Woods. He's been of the hot hand. Entry pass down low, going in. Shot blocked partially by Shepard. Christians has it, spins 3 or 4 times. They're going to say jump ball, and the arrow stays on the North Idaho end of the floor. Well, Christians, how do you miss that lay-in? Wow. Yeah, of course, you have 3 white-shirted bodies all over you,
it was challenged. Shepard had a great challenge on that ball and just enough to miss him. I thought that maybe that Burkett and Christians were tied up together as teammates. They could have called a travel there, but they didn't call it.
Evans off the glass, no good. Swatted out by Christians. And it'll be a reset here for North Idaho. Potts-Woods around everybody for the lay-in. Everything he's throwing up is going in. It's a 3-point lead. Coming up on 3 minutes to play in the game. Jackson and Burton playing catch out top. Burton. Jackson looking to Warren. Goes in. Lay-in good. He split the defenders and put it up and in, and it's a 1-point ball game.
That's the high percentage shot they needed there.
Here's Evans. Puts it up too hard, no good. Saved out of bounds by Brimhall to Evans again. Back to Brimhall. Oh, they're gonna call a foul here away from the basketball. Burkett will pick up the foul. That's his 4th personal foul for North Idaho. It's an offensive foul, so no shots.
We got some extracurricular activity going on here. Yep. Potts and Raekwon Evans both got into 15's face there, bumping him down the side, so we'll see what happens here. There's Potts there with an elbow.
Yeah, I think 15, though, James Buckley gets on your nerves if you're on the other team in a good way. Foul on, I think it's going to be Ashante Potts-Woods picked up a foul, his 2nd personal.
Well, I feel like every good team has one of those guys. We had one. I think North Idaho has one, and Burkett, and I think that maybe Buckley's a guy for Peninsula. That's good. Everybody should have one.
The guy you're kind of just ticked at the whole time if you're the other team.
Like the Danny Ainge, the guy that you love him if you like the Celtics, but you don't if you don't.
Couple of free throws, and Peninsula retakes the lead. Our 7th lead change of the ball game. It's 69-68. Peninsula dribbling in. Woods. In traffic, puts it up too hard, no good. Everybody touches it. It's going to be grabbed by Jackson. Jackson will, no, he won't slow things down. He's going to go in, lay it up, no good. Tap up, no good by Burton. And down the floor comes Evans. Lost the handle on it. Who's got it? Scramble. Evans has it. Fouled.
Wow, I really think they missed an offensive goaltending or defensive goaltending down there in that end of the Peninsula. That guy grabbed the rim and broke it away, and there was no call.
They're telling Mitch Freeman to go sit down. The foul's going to be, I think, on Freeman. Oh, excuse me, on Warren. On Warren.
Yep.
Yeah, Mitch Freeman's not going to pick up a foul.
Maybe a technical foul.
Unless it's the kind, with the T at the beginning.
And Coach Simmons is upset, too, because he felt like that was an intentional foul at half court there. So we got both coaches mad. We got players going crazy. We got a championship with 2 minutes to go in the game in a 1-point game. It doesn't get any better.
This is good. This is why you're playing basketball. Okay. So the foul was on Trent Warren, his 2nd personal, 6th team foul. So no shots.
They're in the bonus now.
Now they will be in the bonus. Ashante Potts-Woods with it. Uses the screen, pulls up from 14 and hits. And the lead back to Peninsula. Up by 1, 70-69. That's Burton. Lay-in, good! 71-70, a minute and a half to go.
Great job of getting the ball inside and penetrating, and that's really the angle you want to attack this zone from, and they did a great job getting a layup.
That's Evans, double teamed. Got it off to Burkett. Woods, he's been hot. Won't go this time. And Buckley grabs the rebound. 1 point lead for Peninsula. They have the basketball. 1:10 to play. Jackson. Goes left, Burton, Jackson, Burton. Jackson with a minute to go. 9 to shoot. Burton, Jackson, 5 to shoot. Corner, 2 to shoot. No, he stepped out of bounds. He was standing on the out of bounds line. Oh, tough possession.
Boy, that was a tough pass to catch. He lofted it up into the corner, and there's no one there to play any defense, but you just couldn't catch the pass and get a shot up. He stepped out of bounds, and now they got to play D.
Adams back in.
North Idaho really needs to get a good high-quality shot here. They've had some tough shots here. The last couple possessions, low percentage shots, and I think Corey will do a good job here of getting something really nice out of the timeout and get something high percentage to the rim probably.
Okay, so let's keep it right here during the timeout, as it was called here by Peninsula.
Soldiers in the Guard's intelligence field gather information on the enemy using a variety of tactics.
Peninsula Pirates up by 1.
Well, you know, it depends on what their defensive schemes are. I don't know what they are. I know if that was us, we would really talk about communication right now and really trying to force a tough shot without fouling. If you're going to switch, make sure you yell it and scream it and help each other through and that kind of thing. And just do anything you can to contest the shot and then go get the rebound.
And Corey Simmons, what's he saying to his Cardinals? Down by a point.
Down by 1. They're looking for a real high percentage shot here. He drew something up, so it looks to me they're going to have a set. And they're going to try and get a high, probably Raekwon to the rim to try to draw a foul, maybe a dump off or a kick out to a shooter.
For North Idaho, Raekwon Evans has 18 points. Potts Woods has 19 points. And Ian McLaughlin has 10 points.
Yep, those are 3 most skilled players.
Burton with 14.
Yep.
For Peninsula, 12 points for Colby Jackson.
I feel like a lot of those Colby Jackson points from the first half, he hasn't scored a whole ton in the second half. That's hurt him a little bit.
Adams has 13, and he's back in there.
Got to have the big boy in here on defense.
North Idaho, Potts Woods dribbling it over. Boy, in traffic and the lane is good. Jalen Burkett. That's a 1 point lead. 10 lead changes in this ball game. 33 seconds to go. And a timeout called. Last timeout called by Peninsula. Shot clock at 25, coach. Game clock at 30 seconds and a 1 point deficit, Peninsula basketball.
Yep, you don't want to wait till the end here to shoot. You know, you gotta be able to survive a miss, and if you get a miss, you got to be able to foul and still get another chance at a shot. So I look for Peninsula to shoot the ball here within the first 10 seconds, 12 seconds.
So early.
Yeah, you got to get it early just to extend the position in case you don't make it.
But you don't want to foul if you're North Idaho, or do you?
No.
No.
Gosh, no. You're a double bonus. No foul. I'm curious to see if North Idaho is going to play man or zone here.
But you can't relax enough defensively. They're going to try to go with 6. That's not going to work. Break the huddle with 6 guys. That'll go on the power play.
They subbed out McLaughlin, the guy who just made a shot for him here on defense and offense switches here. It's like they're going to be in the zone.
Buckley stays in. He throws the ball in. 23 to shoot. A 1 point deficit. Warren, Jackson, now Burton dribbling in.
Oh.
No, hand check foul is going to be called early on. So they will commit a foul inadvertently, but they will.
That was a touch foul.
And that is going to be 5 personal fouls on Tyler Brimhall. And he will foul out of the ball game.
Huh. You know, I feel like there was going to be a foul on that play, but I didn't think it happened yet. That was interesting. That was a tough one.
You felt the foul coming on, but
yep.
19 seconds to go. Free throws here for Cameron Burton, a 1 point deficit for his team. Burton, a 72%er at the free throw line. First one, good. Ties it. North Idaho has 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, with all these medias, they don't give us many, and it's tough when you don't. I got 1 left. After this, you got to play it out with no timeouts. Anybody
missed it?
Oh, you
we're
got the
tied at 72. Got his own rebound. Back up, lay it, go!
Oh!
15 seconds to go. The lead is 2 points for Peninsula.
They're going to play it out, no timeout, and let the kids play.
Evans closed off there. 7 seconds to go. Off balance foul called. He had a timeout to use and didn't use it.
No, when you got a guy like Raekwon Evans as your point guard, he's so good at drawing fouls. Peninsula's in man-to-man defense. They trusted him to get to the free throw line.
The lead is 74-72.
Well, is he going to make them both the freshman?
So here we go. Raekwon Evans. First free throw. Good. That foul was on Warren.
I feel like Raekwon is a super high free throw shooter. He's got to be at 85%, so I think he's going to make it.
He does.
No timeouts for Peninsula. It's coast to coast. Got to get back on D.
Hit them both. We're tied at 74.
Wow.
And they call timeout.
North Idaho uses the timeout. Want to set their defense up.
Is Coach Troutman going to use a timeout there? Or
Absolutely not.
No, because you don't want to give them a...
Nope, I don't want Peninsula. I want them to have to score without drawing up a play. And our guys are conditioned. We practice that we're going to match up, and we know who we're guarding at the free throw line. We know we're switching everything, and there's no reason for us to call timeout there instead of our defense.
And there's a ton of times.
Yeah, 7 seconds.
And if you watch the Michigan-Houston game last night, it was about 3.5 seconds to go. They got the ball the length of or halfway up the floor. And then Brad Nessler even said it, that extra pass for that 3 ball that just was nothing but net.
Nothing but net, yep. It's a lot of time. 7 seconds is an eternity for some of these guards.
Rule of thumb, about a second to dribble? Is that what they that's what they were saying last night. I think it was Steve Lavin doing color.
My rule of thumb is how fast is the guy that's going to be dribbling the ball. I think you can get up the floor in about 3.5 to 4 seconds. So that's what my rule of thumb is. You have time now for a penetration, and a pass, and maybe even one more pass for a shot.
And you're going for a win. You're not going for a tie. You're not going for a we're behind.
Right.
You're holding the cards.
You have the freedom to take a shot. Not worry about it.
And a couple of good guards. Burton will throw it in baseline. They won't defend him. To Jackson.
Oh, they're going to trap him?
They'll trap him. It's kicked. Ball was kicked. 4.3 seconds to go.
No one has a timeout, so now we got to play.
We're playing on. Buckley will throw it in. Sideline. 4.3 seconds. To Jackson. Down to 2. Down to 1. Long shot. No. We're going to overtime.
Bonus basketball.
Gotta love it. We're going to a bonus panel here. A 5-minute overtime coming up here in the NWAC Championship. Tied at 74. Back with overtime right after this timeout.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quaid? See ya! Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it.
Bonus basketball here on a Sunday afternoon at Everett Community College. The NWAC Men's Basketball Championship. The women waiting in the wings, Umpqua and Walla Walla. Both teams at 31-1. That should be a barn burner as well. But
if those girls have a little bit of nerves going right now, they got to wait for 5 more minutes to get the floor. There's more stuff to think about.
Well, they got to wait anyway. Somebody's going to cut down the nets here. You're going to get brand new nets for your team, but
thank you for reminding me. I go down to my locker and get a net out. Otherwise, the girls will be playing playground style.
So here we go. After the jump, we're in bonus panels. Evans has it. North Idaho with the basketball. Peninsula had a 20-point lead, and that evaporated. We've had 10 lead changes in the ball game. Long outside shot. Ashante Potts-Woods won't go. Back up, won't go by Evans, who's got it. It's going to be grabbed by Colby Jackson.
A great job defensively there by Peninsula, not to foul. Raycon was really trying to draw a foul there, and I thought he might have, but the ref did not call it.
Now Peninsula with it. Peninsula, the white uniforms. Long outside 3 ball. Too long, no good. Shepard was trying to convince the official that he didn't touch it, but he did.
Well, he did such a good job of getting an inside position there on offensive rebound, and then you kind of felt like maybe the referee would call it over the back, but nope.
Give him the benefit of the doubt?
Yep.
No, I don't think so. Not in the championship game, he won't.
Nope.
Both teams re-awarded now an extra timeout here in overtime, because we were down to 0 for both. Nice entry pass down low, but its ball's going to be knocked away. Knocked away from Jalen Burkett and grabbed by Peninsula. Still tied at 74. Yet to score in overtime. Reverse lane, good. Cameron Burton. He's had a couple of big plays here in the late part of the afternoon. Dribbling through is Woods. I don't think Christians wasn't expecting to pass. He thought Woods was going to go right straight up. He was going in to go for a rebound, and suddenly the ball was in his possession.
On his shoulder, and he couldn't even catch it, but they knocked it off of him, and they get it back.
20 on the shot clock. Still tied at 76-74. Peninsula with the lead. They go on top, McLaughlin. Now Evans.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Burton's play the last half of the season. He wasn't in the rotation a whole lot the first half of the season.
Raekwon Evans ties it at 76.
In the last half of the season, in the league play, and then in this tournament play, he's gotten a ton of opportunity. He's played really, really well, and I always like to see kids that do that. They work their way, they stick with it, they grind, and they get the spot.
Corner Jackson. Now Warren to Shepard. Hook pass over. Runner blocked. He thought he got fouled. Christians was there for the block. I thought maybe Evans was going to take it all in, but he didn't. Kind of has a running screen going next to him there by Warren. Woods goes, I guess he didn't travel. The shot goes up, it doesn't go. Who's got it? Goes out of bounds. Oh, yep. We're going to say North Idaho will keep it in their front court. How did Ashante Potts-Woods not travel there?
Well, he did travel, first of all. And the assistant coaches at North Idaho just got a warning from the officials. They're standing up talking too much, and they've been warned now twice. So Coach Swanson has to keep it down over there.
2.5 to play. Woods blocking foul is going to be called on Warren. Trent Warren spent more time on the floor than he has standing here in this game. And the headband of athletic tape around his head proves it.
Yep. He's Australian, and he doesn't care about anything but winning.
Yeah, if you've ever watched Australian rules football, you know they have no fear.
Every Australian kid that I've coached or coached against in this NWAC league, they all are winners, and they're fun.
Free throw good. Gives North Idaho the lead.
We had a kid here a couple years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, 4 years ago now, that was awesome. Just so fun. Australian. Jake Smith.
78-76.
Jake Allen, I'm sorry.
Jake Allen, okay.
If he's listening, he'd be mad at me.
Ashante Potts-Woods now with 21 points. Here's a steal. Grabbed by Evans. He's got 22 points in the ball game. Dribbles around the defense, goes in, lays it up off the window and in. And the lead is 4 at 80-76, coming up on 2 minutes to play in overtime. Long outside shot, won't go. Tap up won't go by Adams. And North Idaho grabs the rebound. Now quickly down to Christians, back out to Woods. They'll slow things down. Take some time off the shot clock. There's 16 to shoot. Runner by Evans, rattles out, won't go. Big rebound by McLaughlin and a big bucket by McLaughlin. The lead is 6 points. North Idaho, that's their biggest lead of this game. 82-76. Off balance, rattling it in for Colby Jackson and a timeout called.
I feel like I've seen this movie before. I saw it about 7 days ago on the same court against us, and North Idaho just starts making shots in overtime. Tough shots, making baskets, and they're just so tough when they're doing that.
Yeah, you were the victim of North Idaho a week ago in double overtime.
Yeah.
But we're about 30 points behind where you guys were.
Well, yeah, we are going to score the basketball, that's for sure.
82-78. They actually now have made this a full timeout, but we'll keep it right here. Remind you, the women's game coming up, Umpqua and Walla Walla. Steve Willits has been down on the floor. He's written a set of questions for North Idaho win and a set of questions for a Peninsula wins. Can we talk, Steve? Can we hear?
If only that were true. I started to write questions for Peninsula, and then all of a sudden the three started raining, and then we stopped. So we will see who we'll be interviewing. Either way, should be a fun interview. I think we'll have to let the guys catch their breath a little bit. What a long game for them.
So at what point do you look at your guys when you're coaching at a game like this and say, okay, he's out of gas and he's out of gas?
Well, it depends on your team, but it doesn't matter. You got to play. We're gonna
reserve tank somewhere.
If you're out of gas, you got to play. If you're one of our guys, and that's just the way it is. So we don't have the luxury of having 12 scholarships, and we got 6 or 7 or 8 guys, on scholarships, and so at this point, suck it up, Buttercup, get some water, and get out there.
Yeah. So here we go. They're all out there, but now a 4-point lead for North Idaho, 82-78, a minute 21 to play, North Idaho basketball. The men's NWAC championship on the line here. They throw it in, full court pressure by Peninsula. That's Evans. Trapped there. Still on the dribble. Ashanti Potts Woods. Woods looking, 13 to shoot. Woods still dribbling. 7 seconds to shoot. Now he will split all the defenders and lay it up and in. And a timeout called here by North Idaho after the basket. And it'll be a 30-second timeout with 53 seconds to go. Now a 6-point deficit facing Peninsula. Boy, North Idaho, we'll talk about it as we go along here through the postgame, but they were down by 20 points. And we thought Peninsula, this is a blowout.
Yeah, and then Peninsula it's tough when teams make a charge at you, and you got to rely on three-point shooting against that zone, and it's tough to make those shots when someone's coming at you like that. And next thing you know, the next shot is a little harder, and the next shot's a little harder than that, and they just couldn't get a basket to drop in there and see it go through the net enough times during that run to be able to cut them off and extend it. So it happens in the NWAC basketball all the time.
So here, Peninsula's got to score quick, right?
Yeah, they're down 6 with 53 seconds. No timeouts left. Got to get a quick one here. Even a free throw line would be okay.
Burton brings it up, brings it himself, blocking foul. So, well, they'll try to score here with the clock stopped.
Well, it's perfect. 5 seconds. You got to go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
And Potts Woods is kind of trying to run off maybe a twisted ankle, or he got run into, but he got called for the foul too. His 3rd personal.
Looks like he might need a sub. He looks like it's pretty tender.
Yeah, he's not gonna tap the helmet though and say, "Hey,
nope.
Yeah, coach, take me out."
Tough guy. The Tacoma kids.
That's right. Potts Woods out of Curtis High School. Out of Valley High School's Cameron Burton. He's at the free throw line out of Vegas. First one is good. Shepard back in, Adams out. Lead is 5. And another one for Burton. 72% at the free throw line. It's good for Burton. 21 points in the ball game. 10 above his average.
His ankle's okay now, looks like.
Yeah. Evans. Now they can use the time here. 20 on the shot clock. But they'll have to take a foul.
Yeah, wrong guy to foul. Raekwon Evans is a very good free throw shooter, and he's going to knock these down. See if he can do it.
It's going to be a second personal on Cameron Burton. Free throw here for Raekwon Evans. He's an 83%er. Evans with 24 points in the ball game. 23 for Potts Woods. First free throw good. Gives him 25 in the game. To lead all scorers. Missed it. The door is open at 85-80.
May have missed the travel there.
Warren long outside three. Banks it in! It's a 2-point ball game with 25 seconds to go. And a foul called. So that will send Evans again to the free throw line, but boy, now the door is wide open. And a missed travel, probably.
Yeah.
So Raekwon Evans back to the line. North Idaho with a 2-point lead, 85-83. Missed it.
Wow. Coach Freeman's calling in his play right now, letting him know. They got one shot left, and they need a 3 to tie here if he makes it.
Good. It is a 3-point lead. Full court pressure. Burton out of backcourt. Dribbles down, loses the ball, gets it back, throws it away. And they have to take a foul.
He threw a pass without looking. He thought it was open. He didn't see anybody there.
Now, were you going to come up, were you going to take a 3 there, or was a 2 going to be good?
Yeah, we're going to shoot the 3 there and try and get a penetration kick out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So down in and then back out for somebody coming in. Okay.
Yep. If you have an automatic layup and it's uncontested, you just make it. That's fine. But if not, you try to jump stop there and kick it out. That's when the guy would be open.
The foul was on Warren, his 5th. He fouls out. Charles Williams at the free throw line for Idaho. Makes the first one, makes it a 4-point ball game, makes it a 5-point ball game with a couple of free throws. So quickly, Peninsula launches a 3. Oh, rattles out, won't go. Almost tipped up by an own goal there, but it's grabbed by Evans. He'll bring it down, lay it up, and put it in. A little exclamation point on this one, and that will be that. Little frustration there by Peninsula, and it will be a NWAC championship by the final score of 90-83 for the North Idaho Cardinals. North Idaho wins the NWAC championship for 2018, 90-83 over Peninsula. 20 points down in the game, and they win the championship. What a game by North Idaho.
Yeah.
Down by 20, wow.
Yeah, they wouldn't go away. They're just in it the whole time, just kept battling, decided not to try to get it back in one possession and just started getting stops, and it was going downhill, and they kept it rolling.
So their fans here on the near sideline are hugs all around for an NWAC championship. We're going to get the presentation of the trophy coming up. Steve Willits will talk with some of the North Idaho players.
I think this is the time when you got to go over and shake Peninsula's hand and tell them good game. It's, you know, I don't know it's taking so long, but.
So they are still gathered around here on this side, and yeah.
Peninsula's kind of awkwardly hanging around, wait.
But you know what? It happened last night too, on the NCAA games too.
Yeah,
it's an awkward time after you win.
So excited after a win, and they should be. They're champs.
We'll go to Steve here in a moment. Let's see if they're going to get a handshake line go. Steve, why don't you go start shaking hands first?
Yeah, I don't think these guys would mind any handshakes from anyone right now, as you still see the thrill of victory and also the agony of defeat as the Peninsula guys just are beside themselves right now. That's part of the game, but certainly these guys out here, the Cardinals, celebrating right now. We'll try to get in with them in just a moment as Coach Simmons now has his team in a huddle and getting them all excited and ready to go.
Well, actually, I think they're going to present the first and second place trophies, too. Yeah, about the last thing you want if you're on the losing side is to wait around for a second place trophy.
Yeah, for sure.
Just tell you what, you just UPS it to me and it'll be just fine.
Yeah, no kidding. You got to sit there on the bench and watch the celebration. This is so tough.
Yeah. They're going to cut down some nets here. And I think the presentation of the trophies are coming up here for Peninsula. And Steve's going to try to make his way around to get a couple of words with a few guys here. There we go. Let's go down to Steve. Well, we're not hearing you. Well, we had him there for a little bit, and so
there, maybe.
Test 1, 2.
Yeah,
there we go. Hey,
there we go.
okay. See if we can get Raekwon back over here. And actually, we'll get Coach Simmons while we're here. Try to get you at halftime. You were a little busy. You said you were needing to concentrate. I guess that concentration worked. Congratulations. Down by 20 with about 17 minutes to go, and yet here we are about ready to present you with a trophy. Talk about the second half.
Pretty amazing. You know, these kids have nothing but resilience. They just fight. That's a pretty amazing job. Obviously, Raekwon and Ashante picked up the team, put them on their backs. You know, we were down by 20, and they fought back. They never gave up.
These overtime games are kind of becoming commonplace. Sundays here at Everett Community College, 2 weeks in a row. I've got to think that your heart's racing a little bit. What was it like for you guys during that extra 5 minutes, and what were you telling the guys during that timeout?
You know, the tough thing too is Peninsula. They have such an unbelievable program. Nobody deserves to lose this game, but that's what I just kept telling them. We deserve to win this. We worked our tails off all year. We deserve to win this. Let's go win it.
First NWAC championship. You think you can find a place to put the trophy?
I think so. I have a nice little place in my office if my athletic director will let me keep it. I don't know. He might take it.
All right, I'm going to let you go so you can enjoy this ceremony. Hey, congratulations again, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go. That's Coach Corey Simmons of the North Idaho Cardinals. And they're going to get the NWAC Men's Basketball Championship trophy and cut down a couple of nets. Tom Lafferty with Mike Troutman, head coach of Everett here. And I think they're going to give the MVP to Raekwon Evans.
Much deserved. That kid is a player. He played so good in this tournament, all of his games, and just a great job.
Out of Skyview High School in Billings, Montana. I would think he's getting looks from four-year schools, wouldn't he be? Cameron Dollar was here last night.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no question. He's probably the best player in our league, so he'll get a four-year look as long as his grades are good.
Actually, I think they're giving out trophies to everybody, but we're going to call Raekwon Evans our MVP.
I think we just did it.
Well, he'd have to be. Just the way he led the team at 47 against you guys.
Yeah. 28 tonight, and I think he had 25 or something last night or whatever it was.
He had 29 last night.
29, yeah.
And you know, it's kind of a quiet. You kind of, it's one of those guys you look up and you go, he's got 28 points, what?
Yeah, and I think it's because of his free throw shooting, but yeah, absolutely he is.
As they're handing out the, just checking, Raekwon Evans tonight, 5 of 7 from the free throw line, 1 of 4 from beyond the arc, 11 of 25 from field goal range. 9 rebounds in the ball game too. He was a leading rebounder as well for North Idaho. As Peninsula ended up 28 of 72, 39%. Well, North Idaho was 35 of 83 for 42% in the game. Beyond the arc, 11 of 37 was Peninsula. 8 of 24 was North Idaho. Total rebounds, 50-41 in favor of North Idaho.
You know, North Idaho does such a great job of making you shoot a low percentage from the field. They do against us, and they're just so hard to score against. Their size and their athleticism is just too much.
So they're having a good time. They all have gotten their individuals. Now with a little MVP.
Here's the MVP.
Okay, we called it.
Yeah. Just a formality.
Yeah, we'll see if we get Steve to talk to the MVP as well here. They still haven't presented the big trophy. And now there you go. Marco Azurdia. He's a good player too.
Yeah, we tried to recruit him last year when we heard he was leaving college in Southern Idaho, and obviously he had different plans. But yeah, he's a very good player.
He must have liked the Idaho. He was at, you said, College of Southern Idaho.
Yeah, and that head coach of that college, Corey Simmons, are very good friends. So I'm sure that was part of the deal there.
Presenting now the NWAC trophy to Coach Corey Simmons of North Idaho. The pictures with the coaching staff, and the big trophy will make its way over to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And the banner to hang in the rafters of the gym, and all the different accoutrements that you get, and some pictures.
You get T-shirts, you get a big bracket, you get a couple different trophies. One of the traveling ones you get to keep at the school, and then they're going to get the net. They're going to take my net out of my own gym. They're going to take it over to Coeur d'Alene.
So they're going to get some more pictures as we bringing you the celebration as North Idaho wins it in overtime over Peninsula. Final of 90-83. (58-42) advantage in the second half for North Idaho over Peninsula. And there's your team photo that'll hang forever in the gym in Coeur d'Alene, with the trophy and the bracket and the banners and the coaching staff and all the players. And community college basketball is kind of a different animal too, right? Every year it's a turnover. You don't ever know who you got next year.
No, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this year I had 3 sophomores and I had 6 freshmen plus 4 or 5 other freshmen that were red shirts. And next year it could be the same exact thing. You just don't know.
So we're going to see if we can get Raekwon come over and get an interview with Raekwon Evans, the MVP of the tournament.
All right, here we are with the MVP of the tournament and the NWAC champion, Raekwon Evans. How does that sound, Raekwon?
Oh, it sounds amazing. I mean, we put in a lot of hard work from beginning of the season to late nights, and just it's nice to see it all paying off.
And it's not as though this was an easy one either. Last week, it looked like you guys were about ready to head home against Everett. You come back and you win, down by 20 in the second half. Talk about the resiliency of you and your teammates.
I mean, we just never gave up. You know, Coach emphasizes when time heads up, and it was looking ugly at the beginning. And I know a couple of us were worried, but we just pulled through and took it play by play.
You seem to get better as the game goes along, and we noticed that even against Everett last week. A lot of your points coming in the overtime, a lot of key free throws down the stretch. So you just kind of have this cool demeanor about you. Is that your nature, or is that something you've had to work on?
That's kind of my nature. I just like to keep it calm and, you know, like embrace every moment, whether it's bad or. So like I kind of work around that, and then you got, because if you if you get shaky, like it all gets to your head. So remaining calm, it usually helps everything.
Very nice. And now, quiet night for you tonight, by the way. 28 points. We're used to seeing you put up 29 and 47. Did you feel like your game was kind of elevating throughout the course of the season, or did you just kind of happen to save the best for last year as you got to the tournament?
I felt like it was elevating. I know. I tried to keep getting better and better, and then it kind of all just fell apart. I tried to play what the defense gave me, and it worked out.
You've got another year of eligibility left here at North Idaho. What does the future hold for you? Are you starting to notice that maybe a few more folks are calling on you now after the big couple weeks you've had?
Yeah, I would think so, but I just want to be back here next year with the same group, and hopefully we can win it again.
All right, well, have fun cutting down that net, and congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Steve, with the MVP of the tournament, Raekwon Evans. We'll see if we can get one more before we call it a day and get ready for the women's final between NWAC and Walla Walla. There's a cut down the nets here at Everett Community College. And I think he's going to, Steve, I think you're going to get who? Ashante?
We're going to try to get Ashante. He's doing an interview right now for one of the local press members, so as soon as he's done there, we'll try to get Mr. Pottswoods over here. Big game for him tonight, obviously.
So we can give you some of the final totals. Raekwon Evans with 28 points in the ball game. Ashante Potts-Woods had 23, 14 for Ian McLaughlin. Williams ended up with 7 points.
All right, we're going to get Ashante Potts-Woods right now. Okay. Ashante Potts-Woods, you are an NWAC champion. How does that sound?
It sounds great. It feels amazing, too. It's crazy.
Well, we talked about it already with Raekwon and your coach. Not exactly the easiest road. You guys were down by 20 in the second half. Was there ever any sense that, hey, maybe that we're done? Or, I mean, what was the talk amongst your teammates on the sideline, in the huddle? What were you guys saying to one another?
We never thought we were done. We just told each other that they threw their hardest punch, and then that we had to come together and not break apart when we went down 20. So we stuck together, fought back together slowly but surely, and got the win.
You won this in your home state. You're from Curtis High School down in Tacoma. I know you were at Southern Idaho for a while. Was it an easy decision to go to Northern Idaho? Was there ever any thought to come back to Washington?
It was actually an easy decision. I looked at their history, their coaches. They have a great coaching staff, and it was a pretty easy decision.
A lot easier after you get to cut down the net here right now, too, right?
Yes, sir.
You got a lot of folks here tonight watching you and supporting you?
Yeah, mom, stepdad, little brother, little sister, all that.
All right, well, go enjoy this. Congratulations again on the NWAC championship.
Thank you. Appreciate it, sir.
There you go. That's Steve Willits down on the floor. Thanks for being with us. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with the women's final. Coach, Mike Trotman, hope you had fun today.
I did. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun, and I don't know, amateur hour, I'm sure, but it was fun.
No, it was fun. And Steve, thanks very much.
Anytime. Hey, not a bad game to work tonight either, right? We certainly got our money's worth and then some.
So we will take a break. Thanks to Todd Elvin and all the folks in the truck. I'm Tom Lafferty reminding you of tonight's final score. The North Idaho Cardinals 90, the Peninsula Pirates 83. North Idaho, the 2018 men's NWAC champion. We'll be back with the women's game coming up later. Thanks for being with us on STSPN.com.